I was thinking following Dr. Grant is sort of about like trying to row a boat behind a destroyer. I'll paddle as fast as I can. And, you know, I've gotten to know Dr. Grant over the last few years, and I want to personally thank you for all you've done to me in my own journey as a politician. And I'm proud to announce that I have, in my lifetime, I've read 60 books. And I thought all was indeed medicinal. So, as I listen to what you shared tonight, I guess I will tell 3 stories. Didn't plan to tell them, but let me tell you what they are. The first of which is that I went through law school. I grew up in the church, and in good churches. Didn't grow up in crazy, wild, liberal churches, solid churches. But I got to law school in 1980, graduated in 1983, and yes, I did go while I was 12. But I remember reading Roe versus Wade in law school, and I didn't think a thing about it. It was just the law. And I was there to learn the law. I had never thought about nor been challenged to think about whether the law could be just or unjust, righteous or unrighteous, good or bad. I was just there to learn the law, to apply my truth. And as I look back, it horrifies me to think that I could sit there and read a decision about the destruction of innocent life, and as a Christian, not think a thing about it. Because you see, I didn't understand that there was a morality behind the law. Nor did I really understand that the law was a moral tutor, as the Scripture teaches us. But I began to understand that in the mid-1990s when I read the case of Planned Parenthood versus Casey. And I heard the Supreme Court say, we cannot reverse Roe versus Wade because, you see, for 2 decades, people have organized their intimate relationships, defined their view of themselves and their place in society in reliance on abortion if contraception should fail. And for the first time, I connected the dots that the law had been the moral tutor and had begun to change the way, over 20 years, we saw ourselves. Children were not a blessing from the Lord. You see, they were instead an interference to my place in society. They kept me from pursuing my career or my education or that relationship. And I began to understand that the law was important because it was going to teach us right or wrong. The question was whether it would teach us good and evil according to God's standards or according to some other. And it was that in part, helped lead me to decide to use my law degree to run for public office in 1994. That's story number 1.